All right, just waiting on YouTube here. Let me get the go ahead. Here we go. This is Wall Street Sizing Up is the channel. We're sponsored by StockTrade.tips. That is me, owned and operated, advertised on, whatever you want to say. You're here for the stocks to watch. I've got two more that we'll look at. These are not the research ones. These are the ones that I've actually done the research on. And these seem to be, if traded correctly on Tuesday, could be big hitters. So that's where we'll start. But before we kick off, again, this is for Tuesday morning, right? The 4th is tomorrow on Monday. But before we kick off, I want to say thank you to the players in the StockTrade.tips Telegram channel who tipped. That'd be Stephen Bentz and Manuel Pescador, otherwise known as News Now Texas. He's down there. I believe he's close to. I know he's close to the border. I want to say he's close to Brownsville. But really appreciate you guys tipping the channel. We've gone to a freemium model. We'll be selling some things. It won't just be merch. It's going to be some NFTs, and then we're going to have like a crypto drop and stuff like that. But we're going to try to grow the channel first. So I keep getting questions. Hey, can I invite my friend? Absolutely. You can invite anybody into that channel that you want. What I would like to see is a little bit more participation. It seems like the top, 6 to 10 guys are the ones that really talk a lot. I like to hear a lot. So I think we've got 60 plus in there, almost 70. Guys, you can ask any question you want. I'm not here to tell you it's going to be answered right away or if it's going to be answered at all. But you can ask, right? And I don't have all the answers. I'd like to give a special shout out to James C. He's doing some good work in there. He's got some good analysis. He seems to be learning. The TA knows it very, very well. Almost as good as me, if not better, really, already. We'd like to see that. On Friday, we did something special. I think that we can all learn from. I wish we could do it all the time, but we're gonna call it the Power Hour, and we're gonna try to do it every the last hour of every trading day. And the Power Hour, and the way it works is that if you see a ticker or a stock going down like a rock, you need to call it out to the channel. Let the channel know somebody may be in that stock. Nobody may be in it. But if somebody is, at least it'll call their attention to it, because not everybody can be by the channel all the time, right? Then if you see one taking off like a rocket, you need to call that out to the channel as well. So the larger the group grows, the better we all win, right? We are all are more profitable. We all win more trades just knowing that. I didn't make a whole lot, but I made about somewhere between 40 and 60 bucks in the last hour of people just calling tickers. Some of that was me calling tickers, but we made money doing that. So that's going to be called the Power Hour. We're going to do it not just on Fridays, we're going to do it every day, because the last hour of trading every day always gets weird. For some reason, that's when a lot of filings do come in. And so that's part of it. But, there are things, there are sell-offs. Those happen. And then people want to jump on something that they think is going to, break the next day. So with that said, also want to go to, really quick, I want to go to and show you this guy. So I did TikTok on this. So look, man, I'm all about the diamond hands, and I get it to a certain extent. But when you get down, and even guys on the channel, love you guys, and a lot of you guys have diamond hands on certain stocks, but I just want to call to your attention. I'm not telling you how to trade. What I am going to call you to is, if you get down 30%. In fact, let me boost this up a little bit so you can see it. All right, if you get down 30%, you got to have a 43% pump just to get back to even. If you get down 40% in a position, which I've done twice, right? I've done the 30% about 4 times, 2 in the last month, right? I just broke my own rule, cut losses quickly. But if you get down 40%, that's a 67% gain. Even a Wall Street bets, even a concerted retail effort is not going to get you typically a 67% pump in one day. So you need to know about this stuff, right? That's why if you get down, my rule is 5%. If you get down 10%, it takes 11% to get back. If you don't know why, you probably need to look that up, right? I could go into a big diatribe about why, but it's the percentage of the lower number. So I'll just leave it at that. All right. Next up, we also do on the channel crypto talk. If you want to talk crypto, jump on there. Again, ask a question, add some value, right? I'm not saying somebody's going to answer you or somebody's going to talk to you about that. They may, we might be moving in a different direction, but at some point, somebody will answer your question. And I love to talk crypto. I've been in crypto since 2012, so it's been good to me. So with that said, let's do what we came here to do, and let's do some stocks to watch. First up is ODT. Let me get the right. Here we go. ODT, that's Odonant Therapeutics, ODT. It's currently sitting at $3.47. You can see what it did in the last day, and you can see that it looks like it's found a bottom. We don't know it's a 5-day, but let me just tell you a little bit more about them. One, they have a low float, right? Period. You need to know that. It's just 16 million shares. They have a medium short interest as well. They've got good volume. In fact, let me go to the bigger chart here. Here's ODT. Where it fell off, it got into some trouble. And I'm trying to figure out where I've got that written down. But anyway, it got into some FDA trouble here, and it seems now that it's literally riding the 50-day. That's all it's doing right now. Until after hours on Friday, which we didn't catch. Maybe we did. I don't remember. It was up 20. Well, the end of the trading day, we didn't catch it. But after hours, I think News Now Texas caught it. But ODT went up 24% after hours. Now, here's the thing about ODT. You got 88% of it is owned by Wall Street, specifically hedge funds. And these aren't just hedge funds. These are biotech hedge funds. You got Berkshire, Icarian. You even got Savvy. And when I say Savvy, if you know Savvy's in a stock, it's probably going to go up pretty soon, right? So you've got all these biotechs, or mostly biotech-focused hedge funds, right? The CEO is Kevin Tang. Kevin Tang owns a hedge fund by himself. That's what's so weird about this. I believe he's got a 12 to 24% stake. I've seen some various ownership percentages. He owns a lot of other biotechs, including LJPC, APVO, MRTX, etc. You get it. I like the stock a lot. It's more of a YOLO stock. I'll just say that. Typically, and this is why. Typically, on a day above 25%, now it did not hit the 25% after hours, hit 24 from what I can see. But after days it trades above 25%, the next day, it's done it 3 times, the next day it's typically down. So watch for that. I would literally wait for a pullback on this one. I say that a lot on the channel, but that is literally how you trade. Cut your losses quickly, let your winners run. Don't trade too quickly. You want to wait for a pullback, especially if you're trying to chase. All right. So that is ODT. You see it there on the screen. Next one up is going to be LRMR. A lot of the same information here too. It's LRMR Therapeutics, LRMR. You see it trading there about $10. You can see the last couple days, it's got some legs underneath it and it started to run. So here's the thing. James Flynn owns Deerfield. It's a hedge fund, but it's called Deerfield. Strange. He took a $5 million plus position. He now has a $50 million position in LRMR, right? You can see the volume is not big on Yahoo, but I believe on FinViz. Uh, shit, the float is small. It's at 15 million. The volume, no, yeah, it's about that. So it's about 250. So it's got lower volume. So, but here's the thing about James Flynn. James Flynn's a biotech expert. He is, he knows his stuff. It was up 13% after hours as well. And another director sized up on the same day, which I believe was June 30th, I believe was the date. I'm going off the top of my head there, right? Now, you on the charter, you can see that it's had a big drop. It's fighting back from a bad FDA decision. It's 19% owned by hedge funds. Again, a lot like ODT. It's got some big boys in it, and the big boys are like RA Investments. You've got Orbimed in there. You've got James Flynn in there now too. This one is it's got some news besides the filings. On Thursday, the EU gave it a go-ahead for a prime designation for one of its drugs. All right, so here it is. It's got the small float. Doesn't have a big short float. The short ratio's nothing. I'll get to that in just a second. Again, I would probably wait for a pullback here because I don't like to chase. So I like LMR, but I like ODT. So if you're going to trade one stock, I would go with LMR. ODT is more of a YOLO. All right. So we've talked about the percentage of loss. We talked about crypto. Let's get in here and let's just look at a couple things that we're going to need to know, or at least what's going on right now. So on Swaggy Stocks, the Wall Street bets, I'm seeing some correlation there, right, on the Wall Street bets sentiment. Where I'm seeing more correlation though is on the same website, the Swaggy Stocks. Go to the penny stocks, right? Penny stocks trending tickers. I see a lot more correlation here. So down here, it seems like they're either moving up, like in the next day or two, they'll pump, or if they've already pumped, they're moving down, right? And so, obviously the big ones aren't going to have huge pumps like your Apples, your IBMs, and then you've also got Bitcoin and stuff that is on here as well, and your Coinbase. Your Coinbase might go up 5%, 6% tops, right? But APP, OCGN, CTXR, ATOS, AMC, those could pump 20, 30, 40%. So, all right, want to call your attention to that. What is trending on StockTwits? I thought this was funny. Let me zoom in so you can see it. You can see it, yeah. Ask Cash is trending. That's awesome. Holo or Hot X, which is a crypto as well. A lot of cryptos trending right now because guess what? You can trade cryptos anytime you'd like. Baby Doge, OCGN is still trending. MMAT. I know, Steven, you've got a big position in that. Please keep us updated on that, guys. That's the thing. I don't know everything. In fact, I don't even know this much, right? I know about this much. Collectively, we're going to know this much. So please chime in if you know something, just like James C does. I love when he chimes in because most of the time, he's right. Most of the time, I don't disagree. So I like to see that. So I did want to show you one thing. All right, so these are the high float. So this is the high short interest, right? How much of the float, let me zoom in here so you can catch this, right? So, all right, zoomed in. All right, so if you look at the short float, right? So Carve is number one right now. PUBM, which pumped a couple weeks ago. Blink, DMTK, B-Cell, right? That's very important. But what's even more important is a short ratio. Let's talk about that just really quick for the guys on the channel. So when you look at the short float, I need you to reference it with the short ratio. The short ratio is how many days it's going to take shorts to cover. Typically, if it's got a small or low short interest, it'll be a day or two, right? The short ratio typically is longer, but it's important because this is how long it will take the shorts to cover, like I said. So if you look at PUBM, which pumped, right? It's got a 38% short float. Literally more than a third of the outstanding shares are shorted. It could be naked shorts, it could be a lot of different shorts. My point is, for them to cover, if it starts to pump, they need 2.5 days to cover, right? So you've got to, if you want to bring down the man, you're going to have to pump this one in a day, maybe two, and then you're out because by then they've covered, right? Some of the other ones that we've seen pump, let's look at RSLS. If this is a 28% high short interest, it would take them a third of a day to cover, right? So they're going to cover that pretty quickly, right? So I think this goes into Wall Street Bets. If somebody out there knows of a channel, or a Discord or some website or a message board that we can go to, and we can look at a lot of what is being talked about. Besides Wall Street Bets, there's Wall Street Bets, there's Wall Street Bets OGs on Reddit. So with that said, guys, I've been on here long enough. I appreciate you. I didn't want to take you away from your families, your grilling, your double fisted beers, whatever it is, that prime cocktail, that White Claw, whatever it may be. Hit the black cherry. I like the black cherry claw myself. So with that said, guys, I appreciate you guys jumping on here. I appreciate you if you've gone all the way through this with me. And I appreciate you guys that join me on the channel every day. We have a hell of a time. It's fun. And we're going to continue to grind through it. So with that said, guys, have a great 4th of July tomorrow. Watch your six. Go hard in the paint. We'll see you next time.